Welcome to Colorado Springs with Kevin James Bond. Today we're diving into the dynamic world of the Colorado Springs real estate market. In this video, I will explore the current state of the market and analyze the current trends and changes that have taken place. From median sales prices to market fluctuations, I will uncover the insights you need to stay informed. Join me as we navigate the exciting landscape of Colorado Springs real estate and gain valuable knowledge for making informed decisions. Let's get started. So we are looking at the PPMLS. It's the Pikes Peak Multiple Listing Service. This is where all the real estate agents put their new listings, properties up for sale. This is not necessarily everything that's ever sold on the market. If you want a more thorough picture, you'll want to go to the El Paso County Assessor to get everything that would include off-market stuff as well. But for the most part, this is a good indicator of what the overall market is doing in terms of pricing, in terms of general statistics. Right now, there are 1,178 properties for sale within all of Colorado Springs. So that's going to include condominiums, patio homes, single family, and townhomes. So if you want to break it down further, out of that number, 962 of those are single family homes that are available for sale. There are 67 condominiums, 135 townhomes, and 12 patio homes. Now, generally, for terms of stats, I just include everything. If you're interested in seeing what specific data looks like by property type, let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to go through the things that generally are interesting to me when I want to know what the market is doing. What is real estate doing? Should we be buying or selling in this market? Are prices going up or down? How do people feel about purchasing real estate? This is the data that I look at every week, every day, every time that I'm interested, because that's what I do. It's my job. The number of under contract properties that we have in all of Colorado Springs is 1,142. So compare that to how many actives did we have? 1,178. And that's been fairly consistent in that similarity of we've got about as many under contract as we do active. The number of sold in the past 180 days, 4,390 properties within the last 180 days. So within the past, how many months is that? I'm trying to do math on the spot. Oh, oh. It's off. I'm gonna skip this part. 30, 3 into 6 months. 6 months. I apologize. I skipped. It only took me. I only skipped a couple seconds, but it was embarrassing. Uh, Stay in school, kids. I go back to school. I don't know. Is school worth it? What is the consensus now on that? You tell me. We're going to look at a map of what is available within Colorado Springs. And if you're zoomed out even this far out, you're not going to get individual pinpoints. You're just going to get general, like, oh, there's, ish this many properties in this little area here. You'll have to zoom in just a little bit more to see what individual stuff is for sale. And I mean, this is going to be the same thing as if you're looking on Zillow, you're going to click on something and go, ooh, what's that for sale? And since we're looking at all property types, this looks like a house, could be a townhouse. The average sales price for May in all of Colorado Springs was a little over 504, almost $505,000. The median sales price was $447,500. And you can see the June average and median sales prices so far are trending a little bit above that. So what we're expecting for springtime is that we've got a big boost in um, in home values, in sales prices, as the demand increases for the spring and summer months. And this number has been increasing since the beginning of the year, the average and median sales prices. So, looking back just last year, we are almost at the same price point that prices were at last year. So, last summer, home prices were the highest that they've ever been. And then we took that dip in the second half of last year, and now home prices have started to come back up. So, you can see this is just from July of last year to the present, how we had that dip. At the second half of 2022, and then since the beginning of 2023, prices have started to come back up again. So my guess is that this is the seasonal trend coming back, but at the same time, prices again are almost as high as they were last year. So I'm not sure what to expect other than, we'll likely see the seasonal downtrend in prices in the fall and winter time. But as far as are we going to see a big drop in home prices, I'm not so sure about that. As of the past couple of months, we have been getting what we've been asking for. So, as home sellers, as listing agents, we have been seeing 100% as far as the close price to original price ratio. And in the second half of last year, we were seeing homes actually get a little bit less, a few percentage points less than what they were originally listed at. You'll see our inventory has gone down a bit as well from last year. Last year we were at 2,300 active listings per, most of the months per any given month, and now it's dropped down to about 15, 1,600 active listings, new listings per month. The average days and the median days to sell before, so the time between when a house is listed and when it goes under contract, that's also reduced. And again, spring summer of last year, it was things were selling quickly, and we're about at the same time frame this spring, this June, where the average days to sell is at 19 days and the median days to sell is at 7 days. So homes are going quickly again. There is low inventory here. There is not a lot to pick from. There's not as many buyers because the interest rates have gone up and home prices are very high, historically speaking. Again, they're the highest they've ever been. So there's not as many people who can play in that field, so to speak. You'll see a low months of inventory and a low number of sales to pair with that data. As of the end of May, we had 1.6 months worth of inventory, and 4 to 6 months is what you want in a balanced market between buyers and sellers. So there's just not enough inventory right now to meet the demand that is there. And there is a low number of sales, and my opinion of that is because prices are so high, there's just not a lot that's going to sell. But at the same time, there's not a lot that's come on the market to sell. You're looking at 279 sales for June so far. We're almost halfway into the month. It's just a low sales month. It's been that way since actually July of last year. We had more inventory, we had more sales then, and now that has come back a bit. The sales has dropped because the inventory has dropped. This is the final thing I want to show you, and this is going to be the average and median sales prices within the city for the past 5 years. So we're looking at January 2018 all the way to the present, and you can see we've got some gradual increase in home values all the way until we hit about January of 2021, and those values increase sharply all the way through summer of 2022. That's when we had our big jump up in home prices. And then we came down a bit, as you can see in that second half of 2022, and we're back on the trend, I guess, of rising home prices. And that's kind of where I leave you because I can't predict, and no one can, where future home values are going to go, whether that's locally or nationally. I can tell you, hey, I don't really see how people can continue to afford paying for homes that are so expensive when interest rates are so high, so to speak. And on the average, the interest rate is 7%, as a long term thing. So 7% now is not historically so bad, but it's definitely more than the 2 or 3% that we were getting. So we can sit here and surmise about what home prices are way too expensive, for what, a 500K house on the average or the median in Colorado Springs. Meanwhile, you can get a way more expensive. You can go to Cordera or Wolf Ranch and pay 7 to 900K for a house. You can pay over $1 million for a house in Kissing Camels or Broadmoor or Monument. I mean, it can get way more expensive. Denver is more expensive. Los Angeles is clearly way more expensive, and yet real estate is still happening. So even though it's the most expensive it's ever been, it's the same everywhere. And real estate sales are happening every single day. And so that's not going to change because people need housing. It's just changes who can afford it. Colorado Springs and Colorado in general is still very in demand. The U.S. News and World Report for 2023-2024, Colorado Springs ranks number 9 in the top cities to live in. And yeah, we used to rank in different magazines or lists as number 1, 2, or 3 consistently, and now we're number 9. We're still up there. It's still a highly desirable city. We've got a lot of military installations, so you've got uh, a constant influx of military presence here with jobs. You've got a great economy, a great job market, great quality of life. You're right next to the mountains. You can go hike. What's not to love? So the demand for Colorado Springs is not going anywhere. And as far as having places to live, people still need that. So I don't see the appeal of Colorado Springs going anywhere. Perhaps in the near future, you could have some sustainability issues for either water or infrastructure. And if we might cross that, if we come to that, as far as the potential to be able to max out how big we can grow, but we're not there yet. If you found this video helpful, please post a comment down below. And if you need some assistance buying or selling property in the Colorado Springs area, please reach out to me. I would be happy to assist you. My name is Kevin James Bond with RE/MAX Real Estate Group. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.